Hi guys and welcome to Total Technik. Today we're working on the Audi A6, S6 and RS6. This is the Avant model, the C5 platform, and we are going to be having a look today on how to remove the rear handle and number plate unit. This is the entire unit here. That holds your number plate, your boot handle and your number plate lights as well. So this whole thing's going to come out in one piece, so let's take a look. So with that actuator unit out of the way, we can kind of get an idea of what it is we're trying to do. There's a selection of kind of nuts dotted around that we're going to have a go at first, but before we do that, if you've got the fog light fitted, if you're in the UK you will have, what you want to do is just untwist that and pop that out, pop that to one side. And if you come around to the other fog light area, for want of a better term, again you've got an electrical connector there, just give that a bit of a wiggle, just disconnect that. Okay, now where these kind of fog light cutouts are, you've got these side 10 nuts just there. So what you want to do, just get those nuts removed. Obviously it's going to take me a little while, I'm not going to make you watch. But just zip that off, and then we'll do exactly the same to the nut that's in the identical position in the other fog light area. So get both of those removed. Okay, now in between those two, in the gap here, you can see we've also got these two threads here as well. You might be wondering, oh, why haven't I got a nut on these? That's because they did have a nut on them, but obviously they've got the actuator and then they've got the nut on top of the actuator. So you've actually removed those two earlier on, so you don't need to worry about those. Okay, so next up, if we look along the bottom edge, I've actually got 4 of these holes here. And in these holes you will see a size 10 nut. Now on my particular car that I'm working on today, I've only got the nuts in the inner 2. That's the 2 that are closest to the lock in the centre. The outer 2 just have got kind of rusty areas. I don't know whether there should have been one there, but obviously have a look in all 4 of those, and obviously if they are there you need to disconnect all 4, but in my case I'm just going to disconnect the 2 inner ones. So next up, once you've ensured that all the nuts are removed, we have to remove the actual lock mechanism, the key chamber if you like, from the centre here. And the way that this comes out is it should just slide out like so. As you can see, we've got a lot of build up of crud over time, and so what I had to do to actually get this out, so it was so stuck in there, I had to give it a bit of a tap from the outside. I'll show you what I did in a second. Hopefully you won't have to, hopefully yours will come out nice and smoothly. If it doesn't, I'll give you a little tip for removing that before we actually remove the panel. So let's do that now. So if your locks are very, very stubborn, obviously I've removed this now, so he's okay. But what I did just to help me, very carefully put a bit on there and just gave it a bit of a tap in with the lump hammer. Again, you're not smashing the hell out of it because you know you might end up damaging the panel or whatever. I gave it a few taps and then he went in, but I couldn't actually do that by hand. It was really, really stuck in there because of the build up of all that kind of gunk and rubbish over all the years. But if you do struggle, you can carefully give that a tap. Like I said, don't start whacking on it because you're just going to start breaking stuff. Just tap it and you should see it go in millimetre by millimetre, and then eventually it fall in. So with all of the nuts removed around the outside edges and the key chamber gone, what we can do is just carefully grab this whole thing, give it a wiggle forward like so. I'll drop that down a second, and as you can see, that's that panel out of the way. I'll just flip this around so that you can see. Here you go, that's exactly what I was illustrating. So in your 2 foggy light areas on either side, obviously you had the nut there. Now you had one either side of centre at the top here, and then at the bottom these were the 2 that I had, and I said I could see all I could see was rusty areas, and you see on both the outside ones on this this particular one here, they've either I think they're probably rusted off and died, but that's why. But you've more than likely going to have 4 across the bottom there as you should have yours a little bit better condition than this particular one, hopefully. But as you can see, that is your rear number plate and boot handle panel completely removed from the car.